Good afternoon, everyone, and good afternoon, my PM. I'm so happy to be here. I want to thank you so much about, in terms of Christianity things, churches, and everything that you mentioned for last time. Because I see we have many problem on it, mostly our people, because we have population there, and what them is preaching there is our people's mind, and them is no caring if them is dying. So when I hear that and when I see the brokers, I am so happy, and I want it to be fast because things is going wrong. So thank you so much. I appreciate for the time and everything.
Thank you very much. And I think when you have touched this issue of religious, I want to make it very clear that we are not, siding any religious as a government per se. But what we are
Yeah.
trying to do is to make sure that there is equality, there is respect to every other religion. We have three official religions in Biafra: the Jewish religion, Christianity, and Biafra traditional Omenala religion. These are the three main religions in Biafra, which must be respected and valued. So that's our stand. And then, of course, on the issue of the ultimatum given to release one of the Biafra traditional Omenala preacher, I have said I will not make any further comment on that. But because you have asked this issue of religion, I will still not make any comment again on that. But let me also make a very quick addition, using this particular opportunity. In Biafra and in every developed country, in fact, in every state that understand what is the rule of law is, when somebody blackmail you, when somebody verbally attack and assault you, when somebody defame your character in public, it is not the issue of police. I want to make this particular clarification. It is not police that should handle such matter. What the people who have kidnapped, because it's a kidnap, who have kidnapped Zeaku did was to hide under Christian religion, to commit evil and atrocities against other religion, which can never ever be accepted in Biafra land. It is not police issue. What they ought to have done is, if Matthias was being abusive or blackmailing other pastors and all that, those pastors will now have to go to court and sue him to court if they feel that he has defamed their character. Not using police to intimidate, not paying money to Abuja police, Nigeria terrorist police, to come to Biafra land to intimidate those preaching the Biafra Omenala because they have the money. This is what we have to put to a stop from this particular Ezak or whatever it's called. You can't be doing that in this 21st century. If the guy have done anything wrong, go to court. It is not police to pay money to police to come and kidnap him because he has the money. And believe me, I will not talk further on this. My issue has been made public. The stand of the Biafra has been made public. You can't be intimidating Biafra people because you have money to pay to police. And for the person airing his view, if the person blackmail you, take the person to court, not police. In the Western world, what you do is to file a criminal investigation report to police to investigate whether this person has committed crime through his utterances, whether this particular slandering or blackmailing or defamation of character falls under the crime that police can prosecute. Police don't need to go and start harassing the person, kidnap him the second time, kidnap him the first time in order to prove a case. It doesn't happen like that. And that's what we are laying the foundation now. So for those who are thinking that we are already siding of the traditional Merala, you are far away from it. I stand for the truth, and I am going to be the voice of Zeaku Matthias. And I'm going to be the voice of any other person that they are using Nigeria terrorists to fight in the name of you have money. That is what I'm doing. So it is not limited to Ezak. It can happen to anybody, including pastors. We have seen pastors that are sleeping with women, with married women. We have seen pastors that are caught with human head. Do we condemn all pastors that are like that? No. The same thing goes to traditional men and worshippers. We've seen people committing evil with the traditional men and worshippers, worshiping. We've seen people doing all manner of evil with the traditional Omenala way of living. That does not mean that every other person is evil. No. What we are trying to say is that if this guy commits any crime, go to court. It is not police. You can't use police to hit his head, abuse him, physically assault and brutalize him. For that, it's completely condemnable. And we are going to use this one to set example. Mark my word, I will never speak again. Like I said, I'm just saying this because there are some issues that needed to be clarified, especially on the rule of law, which I've just explained now. Again, if you arrest somebody globally, that person must not be detained, deprive his right for more than 72 hours. That's where the 72 hours come from, my people. So for those who are asking Simon Ekpa, where is the law, this one, that one, 72 hours is the available and the only legally acceptable time you can detain anybody. After that, you don't have the right. After that, any other thing is crime. The same thing we are fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the same thing the church, who have been preaching to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has done. This is completely condemnable. You cannot be shouting, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and at the same time, you do worse than what the people who kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done. It's a complete double standard. It does not represent Christ. It does not represent Christianity. You cannot be shouting in your altar, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Meanwhile, you are arresting and kidnapping people in process because you have money, because you have a contact, because you can call police in Abuja. That we will use buka Obi to set example. Thank you.